from first principles is basically getting the slope, but we're using slightly different symbols from what you may be used to. So before it was y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and it's still that same formula, but we're saying instead of the first and second values of x, we have x and a value of x a little bit later, x plus h. So the values of y that go with this are f of x and f of x plus h. And we're getting the value of this slope as h, the difference between this x and this x, tends to 0. So as h gets smaller and smaller and smaller and closer to 0, we want to get the slope just at that point, just at this point here. So this is our function, 2x plus 4, all of that to the power of 2. The first step here. The first step here is to, this is our overall function here, our overall formula for differentiation from first principles. So work out each separately. F of x plus h minus f of x means into the function 2x plus 4 all to the power of 2, you plug in x plus h instead. So for this one, you plug in x plus h everywhere you see an x. So this is what you get for that. And this one is just as it was originally. You don't need to change that. Okay? And you minus 1 from the other. So this is the y2 minus y1 part. Now, what goes under the line is x plus h minus x, which is just going to leave h. Now you want to simplify this as much as possible. So square it out and group the like terms together. So for example, any of the x squareds, any of the hx's, any of the h squareds, group them all together, any of the constants, group them together. Simplify it down as much as possible and then divide everything by h. H goes into this, h goes into this, and h goes into this. So this will give you, once you divide h into everything, it will give you 8x plus 4h plus 16, okay? And then, once you've simplified everything, then you can replace h with 0, but not until you've simplified it down. If you do this at first, then you'll get an undefined function. You can't divide anything by 0, so you must simplify it down first. This will cross out that term, and you'll have 8x plus 16. And you can check this by differentiating normally.